Hey guys, Jeff Gibby here. Today I'm going to show you an exciting new technology that's a patented technology that's available for the first time in MetaStock. Alright, so today what we're going to do is we're going to demo the ValueCharts add-on to kind of give you a little bit of a backstory. Maybe about 5, 6, maybe even a decade ago, I met a gentleman by the name of Drew Day at the New York Traders Expo. And he showed me a suite of tools that he had, at the time, I believe he was working on actually patenting the technology. He does have the patent now, but it was a very unique way of looking at an instrument, let's say a stock or a future or a forex, and determining exactly what the proper value of the chart was. It was something that I was extremely interested in, and just recently we've got really serious about getting this created and ready for MetaStock, and now it's available with MetaStock as a complete full-fledged add-on with some features that are not available anywhere else. So let's go ahead and show it to you. As I talked about a little bit before, it is a patented technology. There's the patent number if you're really curious or interested in it. One of the things I like to talk about when they kind of demo this system and then when they show it is they actually took a struggling hedge fund that was hemorrhaging money. They were losing $60,000 a month before they were using ValueCharts. And once they started implementing the ValueCharts methodologies, let's say, they went from losing $60,000 a month to netting in about $30,000 a month. And so it was a turnaround of about $90,000 a month is really kind of one of the success stories that they've got. And if you listen to some of the other events that they do and that kind of stuff, they like to talk about how successful their customers are. And it really comes down to a couple core principles that they've been able to simplify and patent, and a lot of it has to do with value. So let's talk a little bit about ValueCharts. And I'm going to borrow an analogy that they like to use quite a bit, again, when they're talking about this. But when you go to buy a car, let's say you were going to go buy a car, and it's not a brand new car, it's a used car. Generally, you want to be able to kind of figure out and ascertain what the value of that is. And the reasons you want to figure that out is very, very obvious. You want to be able to buy a car that's preferably under its blue book value. You certainly don't want to pay something that's over its blue book value. And so what ValueCharts does with its patented technologies is it looks to be able to provide you the same information. Are you buying this particular stock when it's overpriced or it's overvalued? Alternatively, we don't want to do that. What we want to be able to do is buy stocks and buy assets, what stocks, futures, forex, it doesn't matter, it works with anything. But we want to be able to buy them at good value or undervalue. And so they've developed a very, very clever way of actually showing that. And basically, if you kind of look at the chart, this is very similar to the chart you're going to get in MetaStock. I'm going to show you the MetaStock chart in just a minute. In fact, this was taken from MetaStock, so this is a MetaStock chart. But you'll notice right here, what they've developed is an indicator they'll show you based on their proprietary patented technology, whether the stock right now is significantly overvalued, has a fair value, is undervalued, or is significantly undervalued. So let me go ahead and show you exactly what this looks like exactly in MetaStock. And I've got a chart of Dow Industrial Average. It's the index. I'm sorry, it's not the index, it's the ETF. So the symbol for it is DIA. And it's an ETF that you can buy that tracks the Dow Industrial Average. It's actually one of my favorite instruments. Okay? And there's a lot of stuff on the screen, but actually what I want to kind of focus in on right now is really the ValueCharts indicator, or this indicator that's very much on the bottom of this chart. And you'll notice at certain inflection points as the stock goes up and down, the value is also going to go up and down in value. Okay? And it's comparing the value over recent period. So, for example, right here you've got a red value. That would be a point where in this case the Dow Industrial Average or the stock that you're looking at is significantly undervalued. That's what that red actually shows. Okay? When it's in the yellow area, then it's going to be undervalued. When it's in the green area, it's going to be at a fair value. And I think you get the idea. As you get up into this yellow area, you're going to be overvalued. And if it gets red up here, you're going to be significantly overvalued. Okay. And you can also see they have some annotations that they put on the chart that actually match with that. So when we get into a significantly overvalued area, like we are right here, you'll start to see these red diamonds show up on the chart. If it's just overvalued and not significantly overvalued, you'll get the yellow diamonds on the chart. Same thing if they're underneath the chart, they're just showing you that it's significantly undervalued or undervalued. So right here, you can look at this red dot, or you can look at the value meter down here, but you can see just by looking at the chart that it's significantly undervalued. Okay, so that's one of the indicators that they use. That's the one that they have a patent on. They combine that with actually a momentum indicator, and they call it MQ momentum. And the way they actually describe the MQ momentum is it's designed to show momentum behind price. They call it a super-powered MACD is the way they like to refer to it. And the way that you actually kind of read it is very, very similar to the way you would read a MACD. In fact, in a lot of the examples that they like to show, they like to talk a little bit about divergence of their MQ momentum and price, similar to what you would look for in a MACD divergence. Okay, but to kind of keep it simple today, generally what you're looking at is the momentum of the security when you're looking at the momentum lines. Okay, so you've got the histogram in the middle right here. That's similar to a MACD histogram. You've got, and if it's kind of trending down, the momentum of the stock is trending down. You've also got your fast and slow lines, which is the white line here, and the dotted white line that maybe is a little bit harder to see. You might have to squint to see it. But these are also, if you're looking at right here, they're also starting to slot down. Okay, that means the momentum is actually leaving the security and it's getting more bearish. Okay, and that's the way you would kind of read it. So if we were kind of go back into that Dow example and kind of pull it together, let's look at exactly this same point where we're getting these undervalue readings, right? So if we're looking at the MACD when it's undervalued, what we would do, here is it where it's in the undervalue or the extremely undervalued area. At this point, you'll notice that momentum, all of the lines are kind of pointing downwards, meaning the stock is still in a bearish phase. So we don't want to trade against that momentum. We do want to take a note and take an example that the stock is currently trending down and it's undervalued, but we don't want to buy until the momentum shifts in our favor, or basically until all of the lines shift up. So right here, you'll see kind of where we peaked in the value category. And you'll notice right about here is where things start to shift up for this security. And what do I mean by shift up? Shift up from momentum. So if we look at kind of the histogram line in the middle, it starts to go up. Okay. If I look at the fast and the slow lines, those also start to go up. Right now, what we're ascertaining is in the Dow Industrial Average right here, not only do we have a condition where we're significantly undervalued, but there seems to be momentum coming into the Dow Industrial Average. And that's reflected when everything kind of matches up. You're going to get this VC buy signal on the chart. Okay? So that's a great time to buy it. When it kind of comes up into an oversold territory and you start to see those momentum start to shift down, the next time we get a sell on this chart, we actually, if you would kind of take a look at this VC sell, you can see that you're in an overvalued area and that the momentums are starting to shift down. And that's why you get a VC sell. So the reason I like this add-on is it's a very, very simple way of kind of making sure that we're making a value decision, that we're in a stock. Okay, we don't want to be buying when the stock is overvalued. We want to be able to buy when the stock is undervalued. But we want to be able to combine that with momentum, because if you look at kind of the overvalued area, it can stay undervalued for quite a bit of time. It's not until we see that momentum shift in a stock that's when we actually want to go in and buy the stock. I want to kind of point out the three examples that exist on a chart. Okay, right here we had a VC sell signal again. We had momentum in our favor. It's coming from an overbought or an extremely overvalued area. Okay, here we had a VC buy signal, and here we had a VC sell signal. And this last example didn't work out as well. But I can't say that in 30 years of looking at stock systems that you're going to get much better of a buy signal than something that shows up right here, or a sell signal that shows up here. these actual VC buys, these core buy signals are actually very, very well tuned. And they do kind of keep you into the market for some time. And that's really the core concepts behind the value charts. What we want to do is we want to combine fair value and momentum. Okay? And that's really kind of what it comes down to. This is, I want to add a full integration into MetaStock. And so what do I mean by that? Well, we do have expert commentary. So if you're not familiar with MetaStock and what that might look like, let me kind of give you a bit of an example. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up the commentary window. If you've got MetaStock, you can do this at any time by clicking on the View Expert Commentary. Okay? And I'm going to manipulate this just a little bit and kind of get it onto the side of the chart instead of like that. Everything in MetaStock's very easy to operate. I just drag it to where I want it to be, and I want it to be right here. Okay? You'll notice when I open up that commentary window, there's going to be a bit of a triangle that appears on the hard right edge of your chart, and you'll notice that it's actually going to give you a current value charts analysis of what's going on the chart. So right now, the extreme for the during the day, it was actually overvalued extremely today. Not extremely overvalued, but overvalued at the high today. At the bar close, it was actually a fairly valued security. The Dow Industrial was. Okay, and you'll notice that it'll go in and kind of give you things to consider. If you're considering buying, it's going to say buying now would be likely at fair value relative to its own price action. So you might want to wait till it's actually undervalued. If you have selling consideration and hold consideration. And with this commentary, I can actually move it anywhere I want to. So if I come back to this, the day that the VC buy setup occurred, and again, that's where you have both the value of the stock and the momentum of the stock in your favor, it's actually going to give me complete details on that VC buy opportunity. So right here it says the VC buy opportunity. Conditions indicate this market's momentum is gaining. At the same time, its relative valuation is still low, representing a value buy that has a potential to energy to run and go higher. Again, you're going to have the considerations where it drills into quite a bit more example. But the thing I love about value charts is it's the only add-on I've seen that actually looks at the fair value. And it does it in such a way that's easy to understand. I think we all understand what red and yellow and green look like on a chart. And it basically simplifies the whole process and has some really, really good opportunities. I did mention a few minutes ago that it's also a fully integrated add-on for MetaStock. And so the other thing that we wanted to make sure we included was some really good scanning. Because if you look at where the buys and sells come in on a daily chart, and you can use this intraday, but on this chart, we're looking at approximately September to April of 2019. So September of 2018 to April of 2019. In that whole period, if we're looking for one of those ideal setups, we would have had exactly three opportunities to buy. Two of them were to go short here and here. And one was to go long right here after the Christmas crash we actually had this year. Okay, and I'd say again that's some really, really good timing in terms of the rebound or the bounce. Okay, as a trader, you know, I really want to focus on the stocks that have the best opportunities to trade. And one of the things that the MetaStock scanner allows us to do is it allows us to ignore all of the stocks that don't have an opportunity and focus on the ones that actually do. And it's a process that at MetaStock we call scanning. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some reports and kind of show you the scans that are available in that. So let me go ahead and bring the Power Console over here. At MetaStock we call scanning the Explorer, or exploring. I actually had somebody ask me about why we call it scanning, and scanning exploring, and I don't know. Maybe Steve Akalis when he developed it was a big fan of like Indiana Jones or something. I really don't know why it's called the Explorer, but it does make sense for me to be able to go out and find out of the thousands of securities the ones that actually have a buy signal. So yeah, I'm going to give you kind of an idea of the scans that are included in here, and I'll even show you kind of a report. Right here we've got you'll notice EXT overvalued, EXT undervalued. That just basically, if you run that scan against a list, it's going to give you either a list of the stocks that are extremely overvalued or extremely undervalued right now. Okay, right here you've got SIG overvalued and SIG undervalued. Those are both scans that you can run. Okay, and they're just going to give you a list of the stocks that are significantly undervalued or significantly overvalued. Okay, we also have a scan that allows you to look for the exact setups for buy conditions or sell conditions, and it is a very, very selective circumstance that we're looking at. We want the price to be in a value range, and we also want the momentum to be turning up. And so I scanned about 2,500 scans. There's a list that I run against. It's called my pre-filtered list. And basically, I've made a list in MetaStock. It's fairly easy to do. Of all the stocks that are between $5 and I think $50 and have an average volume of 100,000. Okay, so that's a list that I scanned. Out of that list, if I just wanted to see the ones that have a buy signal, I ran the scan already. I'll just show you what the report looks like. So here's the report. And instead of looking at the idealized setup, or instead of looking at 2,496 setups, there's actually only one today, Holly Energy PTN unit. And so I can kind of take a look at this chart, decide if I want to take a move on it. But what I don't have to do is go through all 2,500 stocks to actually kind of go in and identify those buy and sell setups. So in a nutshell, the scanner is it's one of my favorite tools in MetaStock, because not only with value charts can I kind of find the idealized setups, and that's primarily what I'm going to use it for. I can also build a list of all the stocks that are undervalued and do my own analysis on it if I want. So in a nutshell, that's what's included in the value charts add-on. And in total, you're going to get the MQ momentum, the proprietary momentum indicator. You're getting the patented and proprietary value charts indicator. You're going to get complete system, so you'll be able to look at the commentary and the suggestions on a bar-by-bar basis. You're going to get those explorations, and again, that VC buy and that VC sell just allows you to kind of eliminate all the noise and focus on the opportunity, which is what we want to be able to do at traders. Okay, you'll get the expert advisor. This package retails as a one-time cost of $1,497. We back that with a 30-day money-back guarantee that we offer on all of our one-time products. So if you purchase it, if it's something that's not helpful for you, you can return it and we'll give you a full refund. We can also exchange it for a different add-on. But what I will say about this particular product is it's actually something that I've been working to get in MetaStock for quite some time. I've seen the success stories. I've seen the people that have had really good trades with it. And I've looked at a ton of charts with it now that it's available in MetaStock, and I'd encourage you to give it a try. So with that, I'd like to say thanks for watching the video. Let us know if there's anything that we can do to help you, and I'll see you at the next one.